This is Diego Armando Maradona, one of the best footballers to ever live. But despite being a 95 rated icon in EAFC, he has never won the Ballon d'Or, although it wasn't his fault. Back then, only Europeans were able to win the award. Today, though, we put him into 2025 to try to finally win him the Ballon d'Or. And of course, here he is, finally in player career mode, coming in at a 95 overall. And to try and win him the Ballon d'Or, he's joining his former club, Napoli. Back in Napoli colours, of course, 95 overall, ridiculous stats. I mean, he's looking good. And kicking off Maradona's first game back at Napoli, we do come up against Verona. And it was a great game back for him, getting on the score sheet straight away as he managed to get through, and of course putting it into the back of the net to make it 1-0 very early on for Napoli. Later on, Maradona managed to slot through Ngone, who got through on goal and of course put it into the back of the net to make it 2-0 for Napoli. Although he could not resist getting on the score sheet yet again as he dribbled past the defender and of course managed to put it into the back of the net to get himself a brace and of course make it 3-0 for Napoli. And later on, he did get a penalty, of course, from the penalty spot, slotting it into the back of the net to get a hat-trick in his first game back and to win the game convincingly at 4-0. 4 games into the season and Napoli are currently leading the way, having won 4 out of 4. And Maradona, of course, with instant impact, 5 goals and 3 assists in just 7 games. Halfway through the season now and Napoli are still leading the way, which of course puts us into a good position to get Champions League football next season, which of course we definitely need. We're of course still in the Coppa Italia where we face Torino. Maradona still coming in as a 95 overall and also walking away with 17 goals and 6 assists in just 23 games. Of course, 1 goal contribution every single game so far for Maradona. Just an insane start and currently leading the way in the top goal scorers in the Serie A. Moving of course into the Coppa Italia as we come up against Torino and we do manage to beat them 2-0. Into the round of 16 as we come up against Juventus and we do manage to beat them 2-1 with a winner coming from Maradona. Into the quarterfinals as we come up against Cagliari and we do manage to get past them, beating them 3-1. Into the semi-finals and we have our toughest game yet coming up against Inter Milan, and unfortunately we do lose the first leg 3-2 and we do manage to get knocked out in the semi-finals, losing 5-3 on aggregate to Inter Milan. End of the season and we have just missed out on the Serie A trophy to AC Milan by 3 points, although on good news we did manage to qualify for the Champions League, of course finishing in 2nd place. Of course, unfortunately getting knocked out of the Coppa Italia in the semi-finals to Inter Milan, although Maradona having a season and a half to remember. 30 goals and 12 assists in 46 games back for Maradona in of course his first season is just insane. Also managing to win the Golden Boot, beating Turan by 4 goals. Into season 2 and 4 games into the season, Napoli currently sat in 5th place, although of course Maradona still getting involved big time, 3 goals and 2 assists in just 7 games. And the first game for Maradona in the Champions League, hopefully it's going to be a good one, and it was. Maradona kick-starting the game off straight away, of course with a penalty, stepping up, and of course he did put it into the back of the net to make it 1-0. And later on, of course, he showcased off a lot more dribbling, managing to dink it through, getting a lovely assist. Of course, making the game 2-0 for Napoli. Of course, managing to win our first game in the Champions League at 2-0. Halfway through the season now, and Napoli are storming the league. 42 points in 18 games, 1 point above Inter Milan. Hopefully, this year can be Napoli's. We are, of course, into the semi-finals of the Super Cup where we come up against AC Milan. The Champions League is not going too bad as we are sat in 15th place. And of course, Maradona just cannot stop getting involved. 14 goals and 10 assists in 27 games. Again, is another insane start of the season. Into the semi-finals though with the Super Cup as we come up against AC Milan and we do manage to beat them 2-1. That of course means we are into the final of the Super Cup as we face Inter Milan, and it was a great start as Diego Maradona slotted through Ngone, who of course manages to get through and slot it into the top of the net to make it 1-0 for Napoli. And later on, Diego Maradona would of course step up for the penalty spot, making it 2-0 for Napoli. And although they did get a late goal through Lautaro Martinez from the penalty spot to make it 2-1 in the 60th minute, it was not enough as we did end up walking away winning the Super Cup 2-1 and lifting our first trophy with Diego Maradona and Napoli. Into the round of 16 of the Coppa Italia as we come up against Torino, and we do manage to beat them 2-1. Into the quarter final of the Coppa Italia Italia as we come up against Juventus. And it's another win as we beat them 2-1 yet again. Into the semi-finals as we come up against Lazio. And the first leg is just a 2-2 draw. Although in the second leg we do manage to get through to the final as we beat them 5-3 on aggregate, thanks to a hat-trick from Diego Maradona. Into the round of 16 of the Champions League as we face Atletico Madrid, and the first game is just a 2-2 draw, although in the second leg we do manage to get through, beating them 5-4 on aggregate. Into the quarter-finals of the Champions League as we face Villarreal, and we do win the first leg 2-1, and we do manage to get through as we beat them 3-1 on aggregate. Into the semi-finals of the Champions League, and we have an extremely tough game as we come up against Real Madrid, and unfortunately we do lose the first leg 2-1. Although I don't know how we have done it, but we have bought a ticket to the final as Maradona has managed to score the winner in extra time. Before the Champions League final though, we do have the Coppa Italia final up against Fiorentina, and this was the Victor Osimhen show as he did manage to get through, putting it into the back of the net very early on, of course, to make it 1-0 for Napoli. They did manage to get back in through a penalty where of course he did slot it into the bottom corner to make it 1-1, although later on Victor Osimhen would manage to break through the defence and of course putting it right into the top of the net to make it 2-1 for Napoli, and that would of course mean we won the game at 2-1 and picking up yet another trophy for Maradona. Moving on though, and of course we are into the final of the Champions League as we come up against Bayern Munich. Nice. Maradona making a nice little run. Oh, he's up against Alphonso Davies though, and he cannot get past him. Nice turn from Maradona. He's got runners. Yeah, that is a great ball. Manages to get through. Can he dink it across goal? He can't. Unlucky. Nice. Osimhen. Maradona making an unbelievable run through. It's Maradona surely. Oh, what a tackle. Oh no, Bayern Munich could be on the attack with Jamal Musiala. That is a good tackle. No, it's not. How is that a penalty? Oh, Mendy's been shafted there. Harry Kane stepping up very quickly. Oh, he's got his legs to it, thankfully. Please get that rebound. Oh, nice. What a cheeky guy. Nice. Maradona been slotted through. He's got Victor Osimhen inside if he wants to use him. And he's got a runner inside again. Vermin goes for goal. And in the 73rd minute, managing to pick up a goal with Napoli, making it 1-0. Nice. Maradona uses Osimhen. He's through, surely. Victor Osimhen, he's missed. Bayern Munich could have one more attack here. Whips it inside to Musiala. Goes for goal. And surely that is going to be game over. And there we go. Game over. And Maradona and Napoli have managed to win the Champions League, beating Bayern Munich 1-0. And of course, managing to pick up another trophy in the Champions League. And it is a huge one at that. And just to top it off, we have also won the league. I mean, narrowly by 11 goal difference, but it was a very, very close end to the season. Of course, also winning the Super Cup 2-1 against Inter Milan, also winning the Coppa Italia 2-1 against Fiorentina, and also managing to beat Bayern Munich 1-0 in the Champions League final. Of course, meaning Napoli wins the quadruple this season. Also, Diego Maradona has improved even more as he is now up to a 96 overall. Also walking away with a ridiculous 31 goals and 23 assists in 64 games is just completely insane and surely Ballon d'Or worthy. Also walking away with the top assister in Serie A this season, and that of course means we have been called up for the Argentinian national team for the World Cup. Kicking off the group stage, and we do come up against the Netherlands, and we do manage to start off very well, beating them 3-1. The second game of the group stage, and we did draw with Finland 1-1, and in the final game of the group stage we did manage to beat England 1-0. Into the round of 16 as we face USA, and it's a lot closer game than I expected as we only beat them 1-0. And in the quarter final we do match up against England yet again, and we do manage to beat them yet again as we beat them 2-1. Into the semi-finals, and we have an unexpected team to face as we come up against Ireland, and it was a very close game. It finished 3-3 and we just about managed to beat them 4-2 on penalties. That of course means we are into the final of the World Cup as we come up against Portugal. It's a shame it's not Ronaldo and Messi. Maradona on the ball, slots through Alvarez straight away. Alvarez through on goal, and Alvarez slots it home in just the 5th minute of the World Cup. What a start. Nice. Maradona getting through again very early on. Still Maradona. What a turn that is. Maradona, oh, he's just tackled last minute. Rafael Leao inside. What a save that is. Maradona could be through just before the half. managing to break through it. Still Maradona goes for goal. Oh, it's just wide. Unlucky. Nice. Diego Maradona managing to dribble through the defence. And still Diego Maradona goes for goal. And Diego Maradona in the 52nd minute tucks it away to make it 2-0. Diego Maradona, that is a lovely little touchdown in the 80th minute. He's in their box yet again. Diego Maradona, he's fouled there, surely, ref. And it is. It's a penalty for Argentina. Diego Maradona stepping up. And Diego Maradona, of course, slots it home in the 82nd minute, 3-0. Surely that is game over. And there we go. Diego Maradona and Argentina have also won the World Cup, beating Portugal 3-0. And of course, Diego Maradona managing to lift the World Cup on the back of winning the quadruple with Napoli. Surely he has got the Ballon d'Or written all over him. Okay, never mind. It goes to Victor Osimhen, our teammate. That is sad. I just don't think it's possible for Maradona. That is the best chance he would have got.